like they are real fan followers. So
Yeah. All right. So I don't know how many people we're gonna have on here, so we'll just play it by ear. How about that?
all right, cool. It'll be a replay, right?
Yeah. So they'll be able to, if they don't make it on the live, they'll be able to
Puff my hair up.
tune in.
Get my hair together a little bit.
The famous Dawn Dickson from the magazine covers of Black Enterprise.
Oh gosh.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me again.
So we'll just get started since this is going to be recorded. We are live, so I'm sure some people will kind of trickle in. As people trickle in on the live stream, drop a comment, let us know you're here. But we're going to go ahead and get started. We have Dawn Dickson from PopCom back. Welcome, Dawn.
I'm happy to be here. You know, Will Motivation, this is the place to be. I'm sad we're not in the Lambo again. I was looking forward to that. COVID, curbed my plans. So thanks for having me.
Oh, of course. We'll have to do the Lambo thing again. How you been?
I'm fantastic. You know, staying safe, of course, sheltered inside, staying healthy, feeling.
Where are you? Where are you? You in Ohio?
Yes, I'm in the amazing Columbus, Ohio. But see, the map behind me reminds me of everything that is coming my way. As soon as they open the airports back up, I'm back around the world.
Worldwide domination.
Yes.
Hey, you see a comment from Joseph Peters. It's one of my subscribers. He got a crush on you.
What's up, Joseph? He said, "You know what I'm talking about."
You know what I'm talking about? That's a little inside joke. But yeah, so you got some fans within the community.
I appreciate that. And I have several investors from the Will Motivation community. So
tell us that story. Tell us a little bit about that, because you're just telling me that some people from our audience invested. Tell me what your experience was and what happened.
We did our Lambo ride around interview, getting to know each other. You shouted me out as a millionaire. And then we did our live interview when I did my last crowdfunding campaign for PopCom, which you invested in. Thank you very much. And, a lot of your Will Motivation subscribers definitely invested. And I would definitely say the Will Motivation reach is like right under the Breakfast Club. Like Will Motivation reach is popping. So the community is off the chain. So several of them invested, and I want to just come and say thank you to you, and thank you to them for their support and following and commenting and of course investing. So I just appreciate being back, so I can formally say thank you to those that I didn't get to meet at the meet and greets last year.
Yo, so on that note, so if anybody is tuning into the live stream or anybody is watching this video after the live stream, let's go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'll get the easy part out of the way. My name is Will Motivation. This is my channel where I like to talk about all things exotic cars, sharing the experience, lifestyle experience on my channel, but also different ways that you can actually live that lifestyle to afford the supercars by investing in different avenues. All right, so that's my little spiel on me. But Dawn, I'll let you introduce yourself.
Yes, my name is Dawn Dickson. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I started out my entrepreneurship journey 20 years ago. I actually worked for Will Motivation at his company, and I learned so much from him, which led to me growing multiple businesses on my own, including a shoe company called Flat Out of Heels, and now my technology and software and hardware company, PopCom. So I'm always looking for new opportunities. I'm an investor personally, and I have several minority stake in multiple businesses. As Will talks about, the way to grow wealth is certainly through investing and diversifying your investment portfolio. So that's what I do as well.
So for everybody that doesn't know, so not only did Dawn and I work together, but we've known each other because you were in my mom's class, right, in middle school?
Your mom was my 7th grade health teacher.
So I knew a little bit about Dawn before we actually met, but we go way back, and I consider Dawn like family, to be honest. Yeah, so we go way back, so it's not just me bringing some random person on here, because you guys know I don't do this that often. But whenever we have the opportunity to bring somebody on that can share some insight, some knowledge, and give you guys an opportunity, I want to do that. So welcome, Dawn. Thanks again for coming on, and let's get right into talking about you, your entrepreneurship journey, and kind of where you are now, what some opportunities are. So let's start off by talking about your entrepreneurship journey. Like talk about some of the businesses that you started, some of the success you had with those businesses, and that's led up to the current business that people can invest in now.
Okay, I'll keep it brief because it's a 20-year journey and I'm getting better at keeping it brief. But my first company was a tech company. I went to school for journalism and then I went to school for IT in 2000. So, I know I look very young, but I'm actually a seasoned veteran, in business. Went to school for IT in 2000 and I learned how to code and learned how to build websites, and I learned a lot about just the web and where it was going and technology. And I started my first tech company called the Urban Star with a partner in Columbus, Ohio in 2001, which was basically an event entertainment website in the very early days of people being on the internet to do things. We had one of the first email lists in Columbus, Ohio. We made good revenue from advertisements and from, email blasts in the very early days of email marketing. So then that led to me having a career as a consultant and working with multiple different businesses under my company, D1 Consulting, as businesses large and small wanted to really get an understanding of digital marketing, which was a very new thing. Emails and online marketing was very new in the early 2000s, and many businesses didn't even have a website, let alone a email marketing strategy and a marketing strategy for online. So I did that for 6 years. That's how we ended up working together, me working with you on marketing with HBCU Connect. And then that kind of led me to move out of Columbus, go to Atlanta, and work with a lot of professional athletes, nonprofit organizations in 2008, 2010. And then I started my company Flat Out of Heels, which is a shoe company for women, rollable ballet flats for when their feet hurt in heels. So that started from just me being out in my party days. I'm retired now from partying, but I used to have a very fun party life in the club and was wearing high heels in the club, and my feet hurt, and I seen women walking barefoot. So I'm like, you know what? I'm starting a business to save these women's feet. And the idea was to sell shoes and vending machines in the nightclubs, in the airports, anywhere women were wearing heels and their feet hurt and they needed to change. Mm-hmm. So they got me into the vending business, selling my own product in vending machines.
But talk about some of the publicity you got, because I was always impressed by how much exposure you were able to get.
Yeah, so I've never had a publicist, but shoes in a vending machine in nightclubs. The first place was Club Live in Miami and Atlanta Airport. It got a lot of media just organically from it being a very novel and cool idea. So I was on the Biz Fix with Marcus Lemonis. I was on MSNBC, Huffington Post, Black Enterprise cover of that, Ebony, Forbes, Fast Company, Inc., 100 Female Founders.
And let me segue something right there. So for everybody listening, all of these accolades and businesses that have recognized her business, I want you guys to know something. Dawn, from what I understand, you wasn't born with a silver spoon. Am I correct?
No, not a silver spoon.
You're from the same hood I'm from, pretty much.
It's like a nickel penny.
So you from humble beginnings, right? Can you say that? So for everybody watching, like, when you see people that are successful, don't automatically assume that they had somebody giving them money, to earn that success. So their parents were rich, so they automatically had a leg up. Dawn went to the middle school right down the street from me, and at one point in time, Franklin Avenue was like a crack hotspot.
It was definitely the hood. It was definitely.
So that's all I wanted to say. So congratulations to you for representing. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. So yeah, the accolades are great. The great thing about the media is that it brings more customers. And that's why I love it, not for like an ego thing, but it's like the more exposure I get, of course, the more customers that I get, and then the more investors that we can get. So Flat Out got a lot of recognition. A lot of celebrities wore our shoes. Lala Anthony, Eva Longoria, Lauren Ridinger, all the reality TV people in the, 2010, 11, 12, 13, they were wearing Flat Outs. They were on a lot of shows and things, and got me into the vending business. And I realized that vending is a really effective distribution channel for products. But a lot of companies were not using that except for food and beverage, snacks, things like that. And so it really got me digging deeper into the vending industry overall to improve the vending machines that I was using so I could sell more products myself. But with all that press I got literally thousands of inbound leads, either people asking me, can they buy one of my Flat Out of Heels vending machines, or people saying, can I sell them a vending machine to sell their own product? And I just wasn't set up for that type of business.
What is it that they liked about the vending machines that you had?
I mean, the vending machines are very unique. They were not like any kind of machines anyone ever saw. They were smaller, more compact, kind of like an ATM instead of like a big Coke machine looking machine. And then they had like screens to put advertisements. They were just very ahead of their time, you know, because I was at the time just focused on solving my own problem of wanting to sell my own product to my customers. I never imagined that it would turn into what it is now today. But after I got this huge demand of people saying I want a machine, I had to go build a business to meet the demand. So it's like where most of the times you start a business because you have an idea, I started a business to literally meet a demand of people who wanted to buy vending machines from me because they liked my idea. So that's how I started my company, PopCom. And PopCom, our whole mission is—
What time period did you start PopCom?
I started PopCom in 2012.
Okay.
So it's been, 8 years.
It'll
be 8 years in October. And I started PopCom to really separate Flat Out so that I could sell the machines to other companies. Continue to have Flat Out as its own independent entity and focus on Flat Out. And so what I did first was really figure out, okay, if I'm going to sell this to people, I got to fix the problems that I'm having with the vending machines that I have. Like I was really figuring my way through it. I did not have it all figured out. I just was hacking my way through, but I couldn't sell something that, I couldn't really fully stand behind. And my number one issue when I had my vending machines in places like the airport and the nightclub was like, I didn't have any customer information. I couldn't get customer emails. I couldn't remarket and retarget them, meaning like send them messages, thanking them, suggesting other products, telling them where they could buy the product, asking them to share it on social media, tag us on Facebook. I just literally, all I knew was my daily sales, which wasn't enough to grow a business. I needed to know more information. So I spent literally 2 years going to every vending trade show, studying the vending industry very deeply to understand how and what existed for me to be able to collect data the same way like Google Analytics does for websites, for example. It didn't exist. And I realized like, oh my God, the vending industry is extremely low tech. And me being a tech person, I have a tech background, I see an opportunity for me to integrate technology more into this very old, archaic hardware. And so that has been our mission. And so the first thing that I had to figure out was how can I understand conversion rates? Conversion rates meaning how many people walk by your machine versus how many actually complete a purchase. Same way Google Analytics tells you your web traffic and your conversion rate for your online sales. So I realized that, the only way to track people in front of a physical location is through cameras. And so we decided to install cameras on the vending machines and build technology that will track the number of people that walk by, count them, analyze their demographic profile, so they're male or female, their approximate age, but at the same time maintaining privacy, because privacy is a big thing. Like it's the number one thing we're talking about all the time. So I had to make sure that we were not collecting their data and keeping them anonymous. So that took me 3 years to build that technology with my team to integrate this software into hardware. So now what we are is like, we're no longer a vending machine company. We're a software technology company. We've developed an operating system that integrates into multiple types of vending machines and hardware and kiosks to help them collect customer data to make the retailers be able to make more educated decisions about where they put their machine and understanding their traffic and their customers and being able to really, what we say, bring the e-commerce experience to the real world. And so it's more than a sensor, because a sensor can sense walk by, but a sensor cannot tell you the demographic profile. A sensor cannot tell you age, gender, demographic, and a sensor cannot calculate emotion. And we really wanted to focus on emotion, sentiment, to be able to deliver targeted advertising. So yes, sensors and things like beacons are already out there, but they're not installed on vending machines for one. And number two, it doesn't give you that extra layer of data that we really wanted. So that's what it is.
So not only did you build the software, but you also have hardware too, right?
We do have hardware. And so I realized most major software companies that grow, like an Apple, like a Microsoft, like a Ring, they have a piece of hardware to demonstrate the full capabilities of their software. And then they also will integrate into other devices. And so we took the Windows approach where, Microsoft built their own laptops, their own devices. They have the Windows platform, and then they license their platform to other companies that sell hardware. So we do the same thing. We have our own hardware called the Pop Shop. It's very unique. It's a digital pop-up shop. It's really cool. Check it out on the website. I'm really proud of it because I invented it. But then we also integrate our software into other hardware from other companies so that we can scale our technology. But yes, our hardware is what makes this very unique because there's no other hardware that exists that's like this with a patent pending on it as well.
Excellent. So tell me what's going on right now. Give us the news update for your business and why investors should be excited about your business.
Yeah, I want to just backtrack a little second saying last year, with your help and several other, great media outlets, we were able to raise $1.3 million, $1,070,000 of that from a crowdfunding campaign. Many of the Will Motivation subscribers are also investors, but we raised that money to build a product that could be duplicated and fully manufacturable. So a product we could take to market and literally run off an assembly line instead of keep making one-offs with a small manufacturing shop. We needed to go to mass production. We needed to get CAD files developed. We needed to build drivers, like software drivers to communicate with the hardware. We need to build out a age gating system that allows people to verify their identity securely to purchase things like cannabis and alcohol from a vending machine. So with those investors helped us, 2,400 investors, we were able to build that system out. And so now that product was revealed to the world in January 2020 at CES in Las Vegas and also at the NRF show in New York. You can see that hardware working on our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/PopCom SaaS, software as a service, SaaS. But now we're raising money again in order to bring this to market and to scale. COVID has hit many retailers really hard because they've had to close their locations down. And they've
let's talk about this. Let's segue real clear.
Yeah.
So now we're getting ready to get into what's going on with the current environment.
Yes.
Coronavirus is now a good time to invest because of what's going on.
Yes.
A lot of people are scared. A lot of people are wondering what the heck is going to happen. So go ahead into it. I heard you.
Yes. So, and I do want to mention, because someone did mention it, last year, our company was worth $8 million and it was valued at 16 cents a share. This year, because of our intellectual property and our big contracts, we're now worth $25 million, and that's 55 cents a share. So everyone that invested last year has basically tripled the value of their investment. So anybody that invested for 16 cents now worth 55 cents. But anyways, COVID has hit retailers really hard. And so they're looking for ways to sell their product direct to customer with social distancing in place, or with people not wanting to touch other human beings these days. And so we've gotten such a huge increase of inquiries and new contracts because retailers are now going into vending, something that I've been screaming forever, but now it's like kind of mandatory because the government has, and you can look this up, it's online, has said that vending are essential businesses and vending machines and kiosks are safe. And our kiosk manufacturing partners have done things like create antibacterial screens and no-touch screens and screens you can use with gloves and things like that to make it really easy to go back into the world and touch the machines. So now we're raising money to be able to offer our machines to retailers with no money down. We understand that the retailers we had last year signed up, their financial situation has changed, and they may not be able to drop $20,000 like they could last year in a different economic environment. So now we really want to help them to be able to get to the market faster by kind of leasing to own model. And that's what we're doing. So we have many customers that are in the pipeline, many that signed up, and we have 2 big customers signed up including one in the alcohol space. So we do have a major alcohol brand. We can't say who, but it's a major alcohol brand. We're under NDA, very strict NDA, but they signed on to start to sell alcohol and vending machines using our technology. We're going to be the first company to bring that to market. And then
wait, time out. When did this happen?
We delivered the pilot in February, and then we got the approval to go to market 2 weeks ago.
With one particular alcohol?
One of the largest brands in the country. Yeah.
When you talk about how everybody listen, because this is major right here. This is my first time hearing this one.
It's not even public, so this
I'm getting the raw uncut, like
exclusive.
So let me get this straight. Y'all are forming a partnership with an alcohol beverage company.
Yeah.
Utilize your machines for them to be able to allow people to buy from the machines, right?
Yes.
And I'm assuming
we had to go through regulation. So it's of course regulatory. So we had to go to the ABC boards to get approval. And that's, it's never been done before. So now it's going to be done.
Okay, so I'm guessing that it has to be in a certain place where alcohol is allowed to be sold, or
well, on premise and off premise. So on premise means you can consume beverages on premise. That's places like stadiums, concert venues, airports. Off premise is where you buy it there and then leave, like a grocery store. So yes, both of those type of venues.
Okay, cool. That's dope.
I'm excited. And then we also have this is actually public information on our page about. We have our first cannabis dispensary in the Netherlands that signed up to. It's called a coffee shop, not a dispensary. Cannabis coffee shop in the Netherlands that has signed up to use our technology to place orders and pick it up from a window. So we're piloting that because, again, cannabis, we're a way to go from purchasing cannabis in the vending machine in the United States. So we're starting out with just ordering from the machine, getting all your information, making your purchase, and then picking it up from a window. But we're piloting that in the Netherlands this year. Of course, there's some setbacks.
Wait, that's big news.
Yeah, that was signed last year. That was signed and done last year.
Say it again, though, because that's major.
The first ever in the world, and first ever, especially in Netherlands and in Europe, the cannabis ordering kiosks in The Hague, Netherlands. It's called Krimmers. But again, we're setbacks because of COVID, but when it opens back up, we'll be in there. The world will open back up again, and we will have these, touch screens that don't have germs and all these other cool things that they're coming out with. But it's a great time to be in my business. I started this 2012. Nobody wanted to invest, talk to me. People wanted to only hear about apps. They're like, get out of here with vending machines. Nobody's going to do that. And now in this new world, everybody wants to shop without dealing with humans. And as you see now, you go to the grocery store self-checkout. Automated retail is very big. Restaurants are doing McDonald's and Wendy's and Panera. You self-checkout, place an order. So now finally the industry, the demand has caught up with my vision. And, we're generating revenue, and this is our breakout year, really.
All right, let's time out on that. So what does the revenue streams look like? Where are they coming from? What are from the revenue that you are generating? You don't have to talk about what the numbers are, but
yeah.
For the revenue that you are generating, where's most of it coming from right now?
It's coming from small to medium size. We have 2 big customers, like the one I mentioned, 2 big ones. But then the rest are like small, medium sized businesses purchasing 1 to 5 machines and licensing software. We make our money from software. So we make a small margin on the hardware. Say we sell it for $20,000 and we manufacture for $15,000. I'm throwing numbers out. That's not, but I'm just giving an example. Small margin.
Right.
We make money from software as a service. So the charge every month to operate the machine, like your cell phone bill, right? You buy an iPhone, you pay monthly to your cell phone provider to make that phone work. And then you may pay monthly for that actual iPhone until you pay it off. So that's where we are. We provide the operating system, the credit card processing, the ad platform, everything to make the vending machine work. That's what we do. And that's how we make our money. So our money comes from software licenses. Mm-hmm. And we're working to just grow as many as possible by partnering with other hardware companies as well for them to integrate our software into their hardware, which we do have a major partner to do that as well. So I'm really excited about what this year, like I said, we're raising money again to do that. And it's not publicly traded. We're a private equity. This is a private equity opportunity like last time. And what we did was we filed with the government to be able to open our company up to accept money from accredited and non-accredited investors to really widen the gap between venture capital investors and everyday people that want to get in on an early stage tech company. So yeah, thanks for pulling that up. So we've been live for 27 days and we've raised $468,000 so far. The maximum that we're raising is $760,000 in this round, because the legal limit you can raise is $1,070,000 a year. And we've already overlapped, because this time last year we were raising money. So we've already kind of maxed out that legal limit. And so now it's $760,000. So you're gonna play that? You're gonna play that because it's coming.
I don't know if they can hear it though.
Okay, I hear it.
Can you hear that?
PopCom is
Can they hear that?
technology company. Basically, that means we make vending machines and kiosks, make them smart with data analytics.
Can anybody hear that?
We welcome you to join.
They're not saying it. They can definitely check it out, on the page. The minimum investment is $250. Someone asked that.
All right, yeah, let's get to some of these questions. Unless you want
to dig in. We can dig in because I love how engaged they are. I appreciate it. I appreciate them commenting and saying things. So
I'll ask the first question.
Okay.
All right, so everybody get your questions ready in the comments. But I'm going to start with one question that I have, and that is, what can investors expect? I know we're going to get into how they can invest, which if anybody is really, really anxious, there's a URL I just put on the screen and I'll put in the comments right there. That's where you can go to invest. But so what can investors expect? Like tell them, because a lot of people, I imagine, they maybe have invested through their 401k or they got an E-Trade account, or they got, Robinhood, and they've done that. But tell them how the process works to invest with you, and then what they can expect as far as updates and in the future being able to cash out or whatever, how that works.
Yeah, that's a great question. Thank you. That's like our number one question, was ROI. And as with any investment, and I have to say this, SEC law, every investment is a risk. I always give the example that I invested in Uber when it IPO'd at like $30-something, now down to $21. So, companies go up and down, but this is a privately held company. This is private equity. We're an early stage tech company and a high growth company. So as I gave the example, last year, people invested for 16 cents a share. Now our shares are worth 55 cents. So we're continuing to grow as a company, and we're not stopping. We have new contracts that haven't even made public yet. So that does nothing but increase our value and increase our revenue. So we are growing. I can't make any guarantees around returns, but the way that you do get liquidity and get your money back is through us having an exit event like a IPO, merging with another company.
IPO is initial public offering.
So going to the stock exchange. I really believe, based on our traction, that will be acquired. We've already had 2 acquisition offers. It's just been a little bit too early for me as CEO to walk away because I know what we can do and I want to be able to execute that. But we're really targeting acquisition by a larger company to roll into that company. We have several acquisition targets. So in the event that happens, that's when everyone will be able to get liquidity. The other option for liquidity is if the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission, approves an ATS, a secondary trading exchange, which means the way that you can go on like your Robinhood app or Cash app Stash app, or go with your broker and trade stocks. They're trying to get approved where you can trade private equity in companies like mine. It's not approved yet, but it's on the horizon. So when that does happen, whenever it does, if we are still not acquired yet, we will list our company there. But it's no promises because it's up to the SEC, and nothing moves fast with the government. But those are the options for liquidity. But our investors are very happy holding out investors that invested when we were at $100,000. Their return is going to be very nice. And even the ones that invested last year and even this year, if we're 25 million now, we're going to definitely continue to go up. So what you can expect is that you get monthly updates from me directly. We have right now 2,000 people on our investor email list. Everyone doesn't opt in. We have 2,300 investors. Some don't opt in for the updates, but monthly email updates. We also have a private investor Facebook group that I'll go and post just real-time information that's between my monthly updates.
What's your Facebook and your Instagram?
So on Facebook, I'm Dawn Dickson, Dickson. And then on Instagram, I'm Dawn W. Dickson. And on Twitter, I'm the Dawn Dickson. So that's where I'm at. I'm on LinkedIn a lot too, Dawn Dickson. I'm very active on LinkedIn and I'm very active on Twitter. Those are my business platforms primarily. But we have a private investor Facebook group, and literally I talk on there one-on-one with investors all the time, answer questions, give you updates. I tell you the good and the bad. Everything is not good all the time. Like, businesses have setbacks. We have things that happen, and I'm always very transparent and open, and that's why our investors are very happy and continue to come back and make second and third investments. So you definitely can expect to be kept in the loop. It won't be like you invest and you're like, whatever happened to that money I invested in this girl's company? You know, you're going to definitely know what's going on.
See, I know where to find you, so I'm good with my investment.
Yeah, for sure. I'm always available. My investors talk to me all the time, and which is another good thing about investing in a company at this stage. You go invest in a publicly traded company, you're not talking to the CEO ever. So
look at this.
Never.
Reasons to invest.
Yeah.
Top 10. What was that? Registered crowdfunding?
Yeah, Reg CF. So it's a regulation CF. That's just a government. That's the law code. Reg CF is regulation CF under SEC Title III code.
So this is a top 10 crowdfunding campaign of all time when started.
Yeah. I was the first female founder to raise over $1 million in crowdfunding.
Word.
Ever in the world.
Y'all hear that? Say that again for them.
The first female founder to raise over $1 million ever.
let me say that one more time.
It's black. It's not just black. Any race.
Let's say that again. I got you on Zoom now.
Oh my God.
The
very first female founder of any race in the world to raise over $1 million in a crowdfunding campaign.
All right. I hope y'all heard that.
More than anybody, because now we're at 1.6 million in crowdfunding. So I'm about to break my own record again, I think.
I wonder, is there any way that you guys could partner with the juggernaut like Amazon? I wonder.
So, yes, but honestly, just we're talking like friends. My target partnership is Shopify, because Shopify is the home of so many very successful small, medium-sized businesses operating an e-commerce store. And so a pop shop would be a great extension of their brand to move into an omni-channel strategy where they have a vending machine. Amazon has their lockers. And remember, Amazon doesn't sell a product. They sell other people's products.
Right,
so they're not getting into their own products, but other people's products.
Right.
I really want to empower businesses to compete with Amazon. Because right now when you talk about speed to customer, nobody is really competing with Amazon. Nobody has Prime but Amazon. So imagine if you as a small business or a medium-sized business can now say, all right, order online and pick up from a vending machine near you, because that's what Amazon does with their lockers. So Amazon is the big boy, but I'm always a fan of the underdog, because I'm the underdog all the time. So I really want to work with Shopify businesses, because I also have a Shopify business, and I know we can really help empower these companies to be alongside a company like a Best Buy who's in the airports. They can put their machine, their PopCom machine, right next to a Best Buy machine and be, in the same space. So that's who I really want to work with.
So basically, I like that, because, like, say for example, this product that you've created with PopCom was available at the time that you came out with Flat Out Heels, right?
Man,
you could have I had
to create what I needed. Yes, right. It exists.
That's dope.
It exists. So I really want to help other companies do what I was trying to do for years and couldn't, because I didn't have hardware or a company that would work with me. All the big companies that I went to, they would not work with me. They would not sell me 1 machine or 5 machines. They said it's too low of a number for it to be worth it for them. We sell 1 machine. If you want to buy 1 machine, we'll sell you 1 machine. That doesn't happen right now.
So. I keep hitting this Cassidy song in the background. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler.
I mean, I'm trying to level the playing field because I'm really tired of seeing these big businesses just take over everything.
Can you see that question right there? I put on the screen with us.
How much does it take to invest? $250 is the minimum investment, and you can invest as much as you're able to according to the legal limits. And they do have limits around income. So they'll ask you a few qualifying questions, and they'll let you invest up to a percentage of your income. But $250 is the minimum, and you know that's a night out, and we're not going out right now because of COVID. So you know,
take your COVID money that you done saved from not going out.
Exactly, and invest in something.
Invest in something. So let's talk about these numbers right here.
Yeah.
So this is the second round, right?
Yeah.
So your goal is 750 or 763?
760. It's on there. 762. That's the cap legally that we can raise this way this year right now.
So far on this second round, you've raised 468. So
in 27 days. Yeah, it's been 27 days.
And there's only 3 days left.
It's 3 days left. If we do not reach 762 in 3 days, we will extend it until we do. So we're averaging about 50,000 a day. I know, it's great. And they said it's a pandemic. I'm like, huh? You know.
It's a candemic.
Right. Can get it. Can be innovative. Can come up with new businesses. Can.
So look at this for everybody who may be skeptical. Look at how many people have invested. 843 people have invested. In that first round, you said it was 16 cents a share?
It was 16 cents a share last round, and then we had 2,200 investors. And if also people take time to look at the comments because people post questions and we answer them. So almost any question that you could have, it has been answered already. If you click comments.
Where's that at?
In the top, scroll down a little bit. Comments. You see that button right there? I mean, the link right there. Click the comments, and all of those questions are there, and I answered them personally.
Look, she done answered. Look at her hustling.
I answer them personally and very thorough. So ask about security, ask about returns, ask about everything you can imagine. People ask me, and I'm very open about everything, and it's on there. And you know, everything is out in the open. So I would love to answer some of these questions that are in the box, though.
All right, what y'all got? What kind of questions y'all got for me?
So let's see. I see one. What's the stock? Okay, they know that. startengine.com/PopCom. Someone said, lots of great comments. I got 10 stacks to invest. Okay.
10 stacks.
Stocks got 10 stacks. I love the sound of that. Someone said, can I buy one of these vending machines? Yes, they're for sale. You have to just know what you want to sell in your product packaging dimensions, but you can buy one at popcom.shop. And I have a sales team, and you just fill out the form, and then they'll get back with you. And yes, and then how much to take to invest? Again, that's $250. There was another question about the alcohol machines that I think I skimmed past. Amazon cannot steal my idea unless they want to go to war with me. Let's see. Hold on. They said they can't hear. Oh, that was at 7:30. Okay.
You see this one on the screen?
Prototype are the vending machines in locations now. So you can go to YouTube and see the machine working. Our first version of our first machine, our prototype. Now they are in production. So actually our machine is at the manufacturer and they're reproducing that machine right now. So they're not in locations yet. They're gonna get delivered to our customers and then they place them in locations. We don't own, operate, manage, maintain, service machines. We make our money from selling software. Our customers buy these machines and then they own and operate them themselves, like their own store. That's our business model right now. So they'll be in locations this year, but it's really up to our customers to place them where it works best for them. We don't have control over that, but for that much money they spend, they're looking at airports, hotels, convention centers, places like transit centers, subway stations, big places like that is where they're going.
What does your company structure look like right now? Let me go to your website real quick.
Structure wise, I mean, I'm the CEO. We have a team. There's 12 of us. You can go to team and learn about us there. Someone asked, do they accept crypto? We have the capability to accept crypto, but it's up to our retailers if they want to enable that. So, again, we have payment processing, and they have the ability to decide what they actually are going to accept. Let's see, there was another question.
Those caricatures are dope.
I like that because then you don't have to keep getting headshots done and have the same background,
Yeah, that's dope.
So every time we get somebody, I'm like, hey, send me your favorite picture of yourself, and I'm going to turn you into a cartoon.
All right, here goes questions. Let me see. Let me go with the first one first. What platform does your software run on? Is it specifically made for your machine?
Yeah, we have our own operating system. It's Electron, so it's Windows based. We have some that run in Chrome kiosk mode, but everything's kind of built in that way. Our stack, if you get real technical about things like that, it escaped me. Electron and oh my God, I hate when I forget stuff like that. It drives me crazy. Give me 1 second because I have notes in my phone because I will forget this.
Is it possible for people to get a personal tour of operations?
Yeah, go to youtube.com/PopCom, and there's a whole office tour of the office, the team, the tech working, demo, everything.
I don't think that will suffice for this particular person asking the question.
Oh, that's the one. You know what? If you invest,
that's the one.
Is that the one? If you invest, we have investor open house, and you can come and meet the team.
You said, are you going to come to my open house for my next my new build project?
For you?
Yeah. For my project, he'll probably be there.
Okay, I will come through. Obviously, if you invest, I will definitely come through and meet you as an investor.
Dr. Peters. See, you got the chance to shake Don Dickson's hand. I don't know how much farther you're gonna get than that though.
That's hilarious.
All right, let me see. Let me see what the next one is. All right. Ben Lawson said, what advantages do investing in private businesses like StartEngine.com offer? So what's the advantage versus like a Robinhood or E-Trade?
Get in early. Robinhood are publicly traded companies. So these are companies that have already IPO'd. Their early investors have cashed out on the IPO, on the initial public offering. This is an early stage, higher risk investment in startup companies. There's a lot of companies on StartEngine, Republic, Seed Invest, WeFunder. These are all platforms that allow you to trade private stock. Now, again, there's more risk, but then there's a higher reward. These companies that eventually go get acquired, you come in on the very, very early stages. When like I told you about my Uber investment, Uber IPO'd. I paid $30-something a share. It dropped all the way down to $19, $20 a share. I'm losing money on Uber now. I have faith that it'll come back up. But trust me, some people got in on Uber at $3 a share, $5 a share. They are not losing. When it IPO, they made millions of dollars. And so, but they took the highest risk because they invested in Uber when Uber wasn't Uber. They were trying to figure it out. So the advantage is if you have some money to get in the game early, get in the game early. If you want to be able to flip and trade, this is an opportunity. This is not the thing for you because you cannot get out right away. It's no easy exit at this time. We need the money to build our business. So if this is someone that likes to trade stocks, get in and out, move around, make a couple dollars and then sell, this is not that. This is a long-term investment in an early stage company.
I had another question. Did you have to get patents for your machines?
I didn't have to, but we did. We have 2 patents pending. We have a design patent on our actual design of our machine. And then we have a utility patent on our software system and the way that we use different software integrations and the way that our system flows, because it's the first time that this has been done in automated retail. So it's a lot of work. We spent about $20,000 on patents. Always have to, the examiner comes back, asks a question, turn a diagram in, answer this question. So patent process can take a long time with something like this, but it's an ongoing thing and we still have our patent pending. It's not been approved nor denied. We're just in the process. And I said I was going to tell you, if people are techies, our stack is LAMP stack.
Which is, I know that.
In the back end, POS is Electron, and then like
Linux
I said,
and MySQL and Perl.
Boom. See, there you go. You
That's
guys,
what we use.
hold on 1 second. I gotta plug up my laptop. 1 second.
All right.
1 second. Warm them up. Will motivation.
So they said they love you. Hey everybody, what's good? It's your boy Will Motivation, and we have Dawn Dickson from Columbus, Ohio, on this live stream answering you guys' questions. She has an investment opportunity. Let me show it to you guys real quick.
Coming right back.
Her company is PopCom, and the way you can invest in her company is by going to startengine.com/PopCom right there. Go right there. I'm gonna copy and paste it so you guys can see it.
I'm back.
There it is. Oh, they want to know your YouTube channel.
YouTube.com/PopCom SAAS. SAAS.
All right, that's easy enough. Let me put it in right here. SAAS.
Yes. Service.
All right, let me put you back on the screen. They want to see you more than me. But let me show them your YouTube real quick. This is her YouTube channel, y'all. So if you guys are looking for her YouTube, you get to see her beautiful face.
And lots of demos, interviews. I mean, you can meet our team. Our entire team is on there. Individual videos about them, technology reviews. Of course, our Breakfast Club interview, our Will Motivation videos on there. I testified before Congress in March about blockchain and small businesses, so you can watch that congressional testimony there. Yeah, a lot of.
This got a lot of views. Look at this, 170,000 views. Hey, she's legit. She's on the Breakfast Club with Hampton University fellow alumnus.
Can't be running scams, you know. I really it's funny. It's interesting out here. The internet trolls are so interesting. I've never experienced trolls until all of this, but I will say we get so much amazing support, even on things like the Breakfast Club. So much amazing support. So it's a real legit. And the thing about it is, platforms like Start Engine, when you're raising money from people, they put us through a lot. We can't just go raise money. We have to go through due diligence. It took me 6 months to get approved. I had to have a 3-year audit. I had to spend $30,000 on an audit. More than that, I think. And it was an audit of 2017, 2018, and 19. Then I went to due diligence, had to be reviewed by a company called CrowdChecks. They check every single bank statement, every line item on the bank statement. They make me, I mean, it's very thorough. And if I don't check out, they don't let me raise money. So it's almost impossible to scam people and do things dishonest because of what they put us through to be able to raise money in this way in order to protect the investors. And so, you know, the SEC is here to protect you all from people who are predatory and companies that are taking money and not doing what they say they're going to do. So I had to go through a lot to be able to do this, and everything is very open and public. You can see all of our financial stuff, and you can see everything. It's online.
So I think people want to learn a little bit more about you.
Do they?
Yeah. So let's talk about you. What's been going on with you?
Well, I got married last month, so you guys.
Hold on, wait. When's the last time we had lunch or dinner? What was it?
We have not met up since we went to that pizza spot. Like
that wasn't that long ago.
That was like, I know.
That was the fall, right?
You one of my closest friends. I tell you everything when we meet up. So this guy is new. Are
you kidding me?
He's new.
So
we've been dating since October. So we was dating and we got married. It was
right after we had
like that. Yep. It was right after. I know I knew him when we talked. Like, well, last time we did our catch up. Like, what you been doing? He's here now. He's my husband. We live together. But he he's from New York. He was living in Philly, and then he moved to Columbus. So why somebody say logging off?
I said just playing.
But you know, life is good. You know, we definitely need another catch up.
You're in quarantine. It ain't that bad. You being in quarantine ain't that bad. You quarantine with your boo.
No, I'm quarantined with my family. It's been great. We've been having a really great time. Definitely getting out in nature. We've been renting cabins every few weeks. So going to explore Ohio, renting cabins, getting into the woods. Went to a farm.
Y'all gonna be having some little kids running around.
I have a 16-year-old, as you know, so it's been family activities. So no, I'm focused on my business right now. I'm definitely not trying to do that.
Now, congratulations. I didn't have a chance to meet him, but I'm sure I will.
And the team is good. The team is amazing. I have some amazing people on my team. I'm so grateful for them. The same team we had last year. We got a couple of new additions, and we're about to hire this amazing sales guy that's about to come and crush everything.
Where's he coming from? Like, what's his?
He lives in New Orleans, but he's a founder that's exited. He's a millionaire already from just building sweet companies. He's an older gentleman, a lot of experience. You know, I want people with experience and knows how to do what we're doing. And he come from a background of enterprise software. He's brought several products to market. And, you know, he knows how to introduce a product to market and scale it. And that's what I need. Like, this is a kind of new thing. Not luckily, because I hate that COVID had to happen and people are, you know, dying and things, but it definitely increased our industry tremendously across the board. So my husband part owner. My husband is a software engineer. So
might know.
No, but he would love to nerd out with you with your cars and your.
No.
He would, you don't know him. You don't know him.
I know.
You
hey,
don't.
Look, here's a question right here underneath us.
Is this round of raising money to fulfill the purchase orders for vending machines? How many purchase orders do you have? So we don't really, to answer your question, signed contracts, we have 30 of them, same one as before. And like I said earlier, I really want to be able to, so the current model has been, they have to pay for the machine and then we build it and give it to them. Because we're a startup. We don't have a whole bunch of money to float and we don't hold inventory. But now that their position is different, their financial position, I'm working to help them get financing through a third-party finance company, but I want us to be able to front the cost. So actually hold some inventory or go into production and give them time to make payments upon delivery instead of paying. It takes about 30 to 60 days to deliver. So I want to give them more time. That means we have to have more liquid capital available to pay for the purchase orders up front. So we have them, and then we have, like I said, the big alcohol company. They're going to roll out with some machines. I can't say details. I'm under NDA, but we will make a nice revenue from that deal as well. What info do you send after we invest so we know what's going on? Every single month I send complete updates. So you get to, a brief financial overview, what's going on, sales update, and the team updates. You get to review upon request. If you want to see P&Ls, you're available to see that. But let's give you an overview. What's going on with us? What we're working on, challenges we're having, wins and losses, things that I need help with. And, our investors are very happy with the email updates for the past now 4 years. I've not missed a single month. So it's just a part of my routine.
I know you said you had a meeting, like to go at 8.
I have a family meeting, but I'm really enjoying. We can go a little longer. They'll be okay. All
right. I see 2 good questions. The first one is right here.
Any potential for online gaming and casino applications? There's definitely not anything online. I mean, let me say this. Our software can be applied online for sure, but we really are focused on dominating the niche of physical hardware, automated retail. We really want to master that first. So definitely gaming machines. We have customers who are interested in lottery ticket machines, like state lotteries. We've been talking to about integrating our technology into lottery ticket machines. So we can't integrate our technology into any automated type of machine. So we've definitely spoken to several industries, including gaming, but it definitely will be a matter of them investing the money to upgrade their technology.
You see this one right there?
Have you gone to Shark Tank? No interest in Shark Tank for PopCom. It's funny because Flat Out, my shoe company, was a finalist 3 times for Shark Tank, got casted 3 times. And then even though we signed the papers and we had a date to go to New York, they canceled it like 3 times. And I thought maybe it was because I had a relationship with Damon John personally, and I had been in a couple pitch competitions that I won where he was a judge. But, you know, who knows? But I know that I wasn't going to give up those sharky terms. I mean, the great thing I love about my company is that we're over 60% of the company is owned by myself and my team. And I'm not giving up my business to no sharks. You know, just not doing that.
Right.
Television exposure is fantastic. I take that. But I wouldn't take no deal like that. I know what I'm worth. I know what I can do. And at this point, they can't really offer me too much except for maybe a partnership, which, you know, down the road that I could talk to them directly. Honestly, I know the sharks personally. I've met them, and I'm not ready to go to them because they're going to want all my business.
She knows the whale shark right here.
That's right. I know the real shark, real motivation, you know. I'm going to take me to go get my first supercar when I get my bag all the way.
Oh yeah, we need to do that. That'll be a dope video.
I love that question, Mitch. So as a purchaser selling alcohol through the machine, I'm going to assume I need a license plus be the person stock the machine. So you cannot sell alcohol in a machine as a regular person. These licenses are issued by state liquor boards. It's like a grocery store. You know, you can't just get a liquor license for a restaurant you have to have a liquor license. So we're selling these machines to distributors that have a liquor license already. And they will just use that as a way to distribute the alcohol more efficiently. So even like people say, I want to buy a machine and sell weed. I want a weed machine. Well, anybody just can't sell cannabis. You have to have an actual license.
Right.
That's where it's at today. So, but you can sell ancillary things, you know. I tell people, listen, you got to sell weed. You can sell papers, grinders. You can sell all kinds of other things. And same with alcohol, you can sell other things that people may need for consumption. So
toilet paper for COVID.
Gloves, masks, hand sanitizer. We have hand sanitizer machines for sale now. It's going to be.
There it is. All right. Anybody got any other questions for Dawn before she hits her family meeting up?
It's a family Zoom meeting, so I haven't seen them in a while.
Oh, dope. Well, if there's no more questions coming through, I ask y'all to hit that thumbs up one last time for Dawn Dickson, fellow Columbus, Ohio native and successful entrepreneur doing her thing. Let's give you guys, I'll let you give them the final instructions for investing.
Thank you again to the awesome subscribers to this channel. You guys are just amazing. Thanks for the support so far. Definitely check out right here on the screen, startengine.com/PopCom. Always, you can follow me. Feel free to post questions on the Start Engine page. I will personally answer those questions. And then just follow and just see along. You can just follow and see, keep updated. And if you're not ready to invest, that's fine. But if you are, welcome to the squad. I see one more question. Who be responsible for the on-the-ground tech support? That's great. So we support the software in full. The hardware, servicing, maintenance, replenishment is provided by our hardware manufacturing partner. They have a full program in place. You know, logistically, there's a vending machine in every venue that you go to. Somebody's already there servicing machines. So the easy part of this whole thing is finding someone to service them because they're already there. And companies that do that every single day. So that's the easy part.
Hey, so I think everybody appreciates this. If you guys can see on the screen, 3 days left. Get ready to invest. Minimum investment $250, 25 cents.
Thank you.
What else? Companies growing. It's an excellent time for technology companies right now and companies that are on the cutting edge of.
Thanks, Joseph.
Of technology. So kudos to you, Dawn, and thanks for joining us. And why don't you issue me a couple shares of that?
You got some shares already. You got shares.
Some more. I'm pumped.
You buy some more. You got 12 Lambos?
I need another one. All right, but yeah, enjoy your rest of your evening. Thanks everybody for joining us. And I'm gonna leave this video up for anybody that wants to go back from the beginning. All right.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great Sunday.
All right, y'all. Take care.